Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Conversation to Remember. For those of you that are new, my name's Jordan, and I speak with 100-year-olds about their lives in order to preserve their stories and educate younger generations. In today's video, I'll be speaking with a 100-year-old lady called Kay about her life. We discuss a range of topics such as how she met the Queen, what she thinks of the world today, how she's lived so long, and many others. If you have any questions, then be sure to put them in the comments down below, and I hope you enjoy today's conversation.
My name is Kay Pears. I was born on the 14th of May, 1405-25, so I'm over 100, and I'm 101 this May. And I must say I don't really like being that age. But I was born in not very far from Chester in the Wirral Peninsula, and I quite liked the area, but I prefer to be in the south. And mostly I got used to holidays in Devon, and here I am ending up in Devon.
It's a very nice area.
I like very much. I used to help my father with the car, changing tyres and so on. I liked doing that.
Yeah.
One thing I really wanted was one of those little wooden areas of about 14 by 10 with wheels underneath, and you lay back on it and pedalled yourself with your heels underneath cars. And when I was going to do a class on motor cars, on restoration and so on, my father said, "I don't think you should do this," because I'd done woodwork and a number of things which my husband didn't like. He was not a DIY chap. And my father thought I was being a bit too masculine and wanting to do too much DIY. So I didn't carry on with what I was aiming to do and did furniture restoration and upholstery and things like that instead, which he thought was quite acceptable.
But if you had it your way, you maybe would have been a mechanic or something like that.
I love taking things apart.
Yeah, it's a good skill to have.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But even with dressmaking, I was far better with altering than actually starting from scratch.
Right.
So I must have been keen on that sort of thing.
Yeah. So you had two sisters. You didn't have any brothers at all?
No.
No. So three girls.
They weren't going to try for another one.
No. And you were the youngest?
Yes.
Yeah. And did you get on well with your sisters?
Yes, but with being, the first one was 8 years and 6 months older than I was, and the next one was 4 years and 3 months. So there were gaps between us, really. So we weren't as close as other sisters would be.
No, it's quite the age gap, isn't it? Especially 8 years.
Yes.
I think this is something people would find quite interesting to hear. What was school like back then when you were a child? Do you remember school?
Yes, oh yes, clearly. Yes, I enjoyed it. I wasn't exactly studious by any means. I was a bit naughty. But I quite enjoyed it. I wasn't in the A stream, I was in the B stream. But I really liked sports better than studying.
What sports did you like to do?
Well, we used to play netball and cricket, and after I left school, I studied fencing. In London, I fenced. But I used to fence with rather tough young men. And when I came to Devon, I used to fence, but they were all doing it very correctly, and I was a little bit of a basher.
Okay.
Which they can't teach someone to be aggressive, so I'm told. Whereas you can teach them to be good, proper fencers.
Yeah.
But I never really lost the bashing.
No.
I didn't give it up until I was halfway through my 70s.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah.
But then I got awfully tired of, I'd see new ones coming along, being given attention, and I was helping to teach them. But I wasn't getting help myself, which I really needed.
Just wanted to talk a little bit about your husband. So how did you meet your husband?
At Sunday school, our parents went to the same church because we lived not far away from each other.
Okay.
So he was a year older than I was, and I didn't really know him, but they must have been in the same Sunday school, but not the same class. But I do remember him when I was about 12, and he was a very keen athlete, and so he used to train, spend a lot of time training.
Right.
And I remember meeting him at the swimming pool. I think that's where we all seemed to meet in those days. And but of course he had to give up a lot of time to training. But I did see him beat an Olympic runner called Arthur Wint. And I didn't know this was an Olympic athlete. But he was then 16, and Arthur Wint, I think, was 18 at that time. But I was totally unaware what was going on.
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Did you know him well during the war, or was it after the war that you got to know each other?
Well, no, I knew him pretty well before the war,
Okay.
before he joined up. But we did correspond.
What was your wedding day like?
St. Swithin's Day, raining.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yes.
And you got married up country, did you?
No, in a lovely little village called Thornton Hough.
Okay.
And it was Lord Leverhulme's village. And the church, it was a congregational church, but it was a pretty church built on Norman architecture with a lovely blue carpet, which had been a coronation carpet.
Wow.
For King George V.
Okay.
So, yes, it was a happy day, and some of the RAF squadron flew up and were groomsmen and best man and so on.
That's nice.
So we had their blue uniforms, which was very nice.
Yeah. What do you think makes a good relationship or marriage?
Friendship, honesty, and obviously with deep feeling for each other.
Yeah. So how long were you married for?
Just under 50 years, about 48.
Long time.
It is, yes.
What did you do for work?
Oh, I didn't work.
No.
Because RAF wives or service wives have a job with their husband, really.
Yeah.
And you travel around a lot. I did do some part-time work in England once because of training to be a bacteriologist. I didn't finish my training because we married, so I did go back into the milk testing business in a laboratory, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
But I only did that occasionally.
Am I right in thinking you also met the Queen?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
because when she came on a state visit to Ethiopia, my husband was the air attaché, and we used to fly over from Aden, where he was posted, to Ethiopia for anything special. And when the Queen came, we met her quite a few times. And in fact, one time when she was leaving, she met us in not a big room, but double doors on either side. And you went in through one set of doors, and she presented my husband with cufflinks and a photograph, which is over there. I had a photograph. And so you went in through one door, straight through and out. But I don't remember there being any of her equerries there. I don't remember anyone else being around.
No.
Because now looking back, I would have thought security. I was amazed, but I don't remember seeing another soul in the room. Which is strange.
And what was she like?
Oh, very nice, of course. And so was the Duke. But he had a nice sense of humour.
Yeah, I've heard he had a good sense of
Not
humour.
that the Queen didn't have a good sense of humour. I don't think you saw it very often.
No.
But naturally she was quite humorous.
Yeah.
But those were exciting times.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's amazing to have met her.
When I met her in London, because where my husband was on the staff at the RDC, the Royal College of Defence Studies, she would come often yearly to come and meet all the very senior members. Oh, they weren't students, they were too senior, and they were high up, people who were going onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
And I had to deputise twice for her, and I rather liked going around, and the Americans like to press flesh, but I wore gloves as the Queen did.
Yeah.
And one of them said to me, and something about Prince Charles and Diana, and I drew myself up and I said, we do not discuss that subject. He should have had more sense than to bring the subject up. It was lovely. I sat in a car and we drove in through the entrance to the college and then out through the other side. And I had a lady in waiting and a handbag. I found the handbag was very heavy.
Was it?
I gave it to my lady in waiting, and after we'd done the rehearsal, I was standing outside my husband's office door, and there were those very high mahogany doors, about 8 feet high, and I was standing there, and someone came along and patted me and said, oh, you could get used to this, couldn't you? I was waiting for the door to be open.
What were you doing when you were my age? So I'm 29. Do you remember where you were and what you were doing?
I think Singapore. And there was an emergency in Malaya at that time. It was communists in Malaya. They were hangovers from the previous problems.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And we were there for about 2.5 years. And then we were there at the end of my husband's career.
Right.
Changed.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a little market town when I was there in 1952.
Yeah, it's very different now.
Oh yes. Yes. All the high-rise hotels, etc.
Yeah.
Buildings.
How did people socialise back when you were, well, I guess when you were doing things with your husband, when you would go out, how would you?
There were many diplomatic parties. In fact, I do remember once there was a farewell party for one of the attaches. Then there was a reception. This is the same night. And then there was a dinner. And that was 3 things in one night. So it was pretty tiring.
Yeah, wow.
But he found that he could do business socially, that he couldn't do over his desk. And so for him, it was also work when we went away.
Yeah.
A pleasant way of doing work.
Yes,
but
yes.
he was able to do lots of things, which was good.
Yeah. So at this point, what was your husband's job? What was he doing at this?
Well, he was an air attaché, So he was not flying anymore.
No.
By this time, of course, he was approaching 50.
What would you say has changed the most in your lifetime?
Well, I would think that the young now, they have a broader education as far as travel is concerned. And I don't think many don't respect their older relatives.
What invention do you think made the biggest difference in your lifetime?
I think probably aircraft, especially Concorde.
Yes, yeah. It's a shame we don't have that anymore.
Yes, it's very sad.
So the ease of being able to see the world, essentially.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. What do you think of the world today? Is it better?
No.
No.
I don't like the world today.
No.
Not at all. Well, I mean, the recent business of people with money who don't live very good lives and affect others, all for the sake of money. Yes, I think it's a pity.
Yes. Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
There's so many scandals at the moment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just every day you wake up and there's something else, isn't there?
I'm sick and tired of hearing certain names being bandied around.
Yeah, I know, me too. Do you have any regrets?
I don't think so.
No?
No, not that I can think of at the moment.
That's good. I mean, you have lived a very full life, I would say.
Well, an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. What would you say really matters?
Oh. Well, I think friendship, respect for others, and kindness. I think being kind to others is important.
Yeah. Yeah. Similar to what I've just asked, but tips for a good life.
Oh, considering others. Really, more or less what I've just said.
What you've just said,
Respect.
Yeah. Would you say there is a particular lesson that life has taught you?
Concentrate on what you're doing and not be diverted to do something else.
Okay.
One thing at a time. And that I've learned recently.
I know you don't like to talk about it too much, but you mentioned how at the start you're 101 this year.
Yes.
Is there anything in particular you've done to live to such an incredible age?
I don't really know, but listen to your body. I think your body will tell you if something's wrong or you're not doing something correct. I think your body will tell you if you listen to it.
And last of all, what would you tell your younger self? So if you went back in time and you were, say, my age, 29, and you could tell yourself one thing, what would it be?
That's a difficult question. On the spur of the moment. I think I might have said all that in a way.
So something along the lines of what you had just mentioned about being kind. And,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And possibly not always outspoken. Coming from the semi-north, I can be a little outspoken. Guard your tongue.
Thank you for your time.
Not at all.